Hi, my name is Evelina Roba and this video is about reading and use of English paper and listening paper, which are two important aspects in FCE exam. Paper 1. Reading and use of English. It's important to know what is said. The bit of its reading and use of paper has 7 parts and has a mix of text types and questions. For parts 1 to 4, learners read a range of text and do grammar and vocabulary tasks. On the other hand, for parts 5 to 7, learners read a series of text and answer questions that test their reading ability and show that they can deal with a variety of different types of text. The time allowed for this paper is 1 hour 15 minutes. It has 52 questions and the percentage of the marks is 40% of total. In this moment I'm going to explain the 7 parts that this paper has. Part 1. Multiple choice clause. It is a text with some multiple choice question. Each question has 4 options A, B, C or D. Learners have to decide which is the correct answer. They need to practice vocabulary, collocation, shape of meaning, phrasal pairs, idioms, fixed phrases, etc. It has 8 questions, which has 1 mark for each correct answer. Part 2. Open clause. It is a text in which there are some gaps, each of which represent 1 missing word. Learners have to think of the correct word for each gap. Learners need to practice grammar and vocabulary. This section has 8 questions, which has 1 mark for each correct answer. Part 3. Word formation. It is a text containing 8 gaps. Each gap represents a word, where learners need to change the part of speech of the formed word that appear at the end of the sentence to complete it correctly. Here, learners need to practice vocabulary. It has 8 questions, which has 1 mark for each correct answer. Part 4. Keyword transformation. In this part, each question consists of a sentence followed by a keyword and a second sentence with a gap in the middle. Learners have to use this keyword to complete the second sentence so that it has the similar meaning to the first sentence. Learners need to practice grammar and vocabulary, and the number of questions is 6. This part has 2 marks for each correct answer. Part 5. Multiple choice. It is a text with some multiple choice questions. For each question there are 4 options and learners have to choose the correct one. They need to practice reading for detail, opinion, tone, purpose, main idea, implication, and attitude. It has 6 questions, which has 2 marks for each correct answer. Part 7. Gap text. It is a single page of a text with some numeric gaps, which represent missing sentences. After the text there are some sentences which are not in the right order. Learners have to read the text and the statement and decide which sentence best fits each gap. They need to practice how to understand the structure and development of the text. The number of questions are 6, which has 2 marks for each correct answer. And finally, part 7. Multiple matching. It is a series of statements followed by that text divided into sections or several short texts, where learners have to match each statement to the section or text in which they can find the information. They need to practice reading for specific information, detail, opinion, and attitude. It has 10 questions, which has 1 mark for each correct answer. Now I'm going to talk about listening paper, which is the paper number 3. So, what's in the listening paper? The B2 first listening paper has 4 parts. For each part, learners have to listen to the recorded text or texts and answer some question. Learners can hear each recording twice. The time allowed for this paper is about 40 minutes. The number of questions are 30 and it has 20% of the total marks in the exam. The part 1 is about multiple choice. It has a short structured monologues or a conversation between interacting speakers. There is no multiple choice question for each extract, and learners have to choose A, B, or C. They need to practice listening for feeling, attitude, opinion, purpose, function, agreement, kiss, and detail. It has 8 questions, which has 1 mark for each correct answer. The part 2 is about sentence compilation. It has a monologue lasting approximately 3 minutes. Learners have to complete a sentence on the question paper with the missing information which they hear on the recording. They need to practice listening for specific information and state opinion. This part has 10 questions which has 1 mark for each correct answer. The part 3 is about multiple matching, which is a series of 5 timed monologues of approximately 30 seconds each. On the question paper, learners have to select 5 correct options from a list of 8 possible answers. Learners need to practice listening for keys, attitudes, opinion, purpose, feeling, main points, and detail. The number of questions are 5, which has 1 mark for each correct answer. And the last part of listening paper is multiple choice, which is a conversation between 2 or more speakers of approximately 3 or 4 minutes. Learners have to answer some multiple choice question by choosing the correct answer from 3 options, A, B, or C. They need to practice listening for attitudes, opinion, detail, gifts, made, idea, and specific information. It has 7 questions, which has 1 mark for each correct answer. That's it. Thank you for your attention.